Hello everyone, this is Engage UK back again. Welcome to my latest review. Today I'm going to review the Graham Farish Class 60 in Mainline Livery, commonly referred to as a tug. These are a heavy freight locomotive. They were introduced around 1989-1990, originally in various sectorisation liveries when they were first outshopped, train load, petroleum sector, things like that. Graham Farish have released this in 5 or 6 liveries. The first couple they did were EWS and this mainline one. They also did Loadhaul, Transrail, and most recently they've done one in petroleum sector called Sir Charles Babbage, which was 371354. The number of this one is 371351. It is a blue ribbon model, although not marked as such, like the Class 37 we were looking at quite recently. And it is DCC ready, again not marked as such, although unlike the more recent Graham Farish releases, this is not 6-pin DCC ready. It has solder tags which you can solder a chip onto at a later date if you want to turn it DCC, but you will need a chip with a wiring loom on it, not a chip with 6 pins. Let's take the cover off to start with, minimise the reflections and have a closer look at it in the box. As usual, it comes in a nice hard case which is rather tight, difficult to remove. A little piece of plastic to protect the model. Put that aside. You get your instructions with it as usual. Very simple one-page thing here. How to care for your locomotive and a guarantee. No spare parts sheet. Probably that's available on the Farish website anyway if it is missing from this. This is new, it's not second hand, so I don't know why that's missing. Talks you about lubrication and second radius curves, it says here. Odd that, as they put first radius curves in all of their scales, but in all of their sets, but as it's quite a long locomotive, that's pretty understandable. Okay, well, instructions, and this is what it looks like in the box. First impressions. Well, this was one of their first blue ribbon releases, and you can see why straight away. I mean, the level of detail is really quite excellent. Now these, as I said, were a heavy freight locomotive, so they would have been seen hauling aggregates, coal, petroleum, all sorts of things. And a very powerful locomotive. They're actually even more powerful than the later Class 66. There are still a lot of them around, a lot in storage. I think I read that Schenker are planning to upgrade some this year to like a super Class 60, so they can be used for real heavy trains, and occasionally they were used for emergency passenger working to if a Class 87 or something like that broke down, this would come along and rescue them. Detail is really nice. There's some really nice handrails by the door here, steps with bogie detail, very detailed underframe. The grills are lovely. You can see right in. There's detail inside the grills, which is nice. Lovely applied livery. We get a pack of extras. What have we got in here? We've got air dams, dummy hook couplers, and some extra vac pipes and bits and pieces to add on the front there. No alternate couplers. Obviously it comes fitted with the standard Rapido couplers, which is a bit odd because I believe these are NEM pockets. Let's just pop her out and have a quick look. As usual, they give you a piece of plastic to help you to lift it out. It doesn't really help when it's only on the one side of the locomotive, but we can get it out. Closer look at it, if we can get it in focus. Yeah, very nicely detailed. These are NEM pockets, so they could be swapped out, either removed or swapped out for a knuckle coupler or something like that of your choice. There's some lovely small printing on the bottom here. You can see why this was a blue ribbon release. First came out in about 2009, and as I say, it's still in the current catalogue, or at least a couple of variations are. Sorry, a few finger marks on that side. The Loadhaul version and the, as I say, the Sir Charles Babbage one, which is Petroleum sector, is also available. Look at the roof, really nicely detailed. This is correct, this colour for the exhaust. Tiny air horns, grille detail there. Yeah, really nice. It does have working lights. In forward, it's one white headlight, the one on the left as it comes towards you. In reverse, it's two red tail lights. Same on the other end. It has really fine windscreen wipers at the top here. Very fine indeed. In fact, it's a shame they're actually at the top in a sort of non-working position, because it's harder to see them, but they're really nicely modelled there. Okay, I'll get my fingers out of the way, put it on a display stand and let you have a closer look at it. Well, there she is on the display stand, and I think straight away you can see the level of detail in this model, starting with the cab ends. NEM coupler pockets, working lights, as I said before. This one would be the forward light, come on just on this one side, and two red rear lights when it's running in reverse. Got some nice handrail detail here around the door, steps, nicely picked out in silver. Just go along and look at the side. Apologies if this is just slightly going in and out of focus. I'm on the limit of the zoom here. It will settle down and focus in. It gives you a nice shot of the side grills here. Really nice detail. I mean, you can't see all the way through like you can on some of the 00 gauge models, but really nicely done that. Very nicely applied mainline livery. We pan down the body side, you can see the fine printing, very small printing on the bottom here. The other grille, the other end, and the other cab end. Overhead warning signs. Lovely. It's really nicely modelled. As I said, probably one of their very first blue ribboned models, and predating their 6-pin socket DCC ready models, but with the solder tabs. Now, to remove the body, it's the usual Farish way. You simply open it, lift the body up, and it will the chassis will slide out. You have to actually release the PCB to get to the solder tags. Solder your 7 wires. It's not 6 wires, it's 7 from your chip. It also makes a lot of sense to put some isolating tape underneath where the solder tabs go, so none of them contact with the body of the chassis, so no short circuits. And if you put a 2-function chip in, you'll have control of lights, full control, so you can turn the rear lights off if you're running forward mode with the train. Just spin it around to the other side. Reflections, pretty similar. Grille detail. Bogies are really nicely modelled, so is all the underframe detail. A bit of weathering on that, and that will really start to ping out and really show the detail there. any end pockets, as I said, so knuckle couplers could go in there, because they are a little big, those old Rapido couplers. But with new couplers coming from both DAPL and Farish in the near future, particularly DAPL, before the end of the year, so it's claimed, we're starting to have a few more alternatives now for these couplers. So there it is, the Mainline Class 60 by Graham Farish. It's a beautiful model. I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. I'm also going to attach some short clips of it running on the test track. Obviously it's just a little oval, but it gives you an idea. And it does run really nicely as well, as you'll see. Very smooth runner, very quiet runner once it's run in. Obviously Farish advise you to lubricate from time to time, but you don't need to lubricate it before you run it the first time. I ran this for a little while yesterday, I got it yesterday and I gave it a little running in time, so it's nicely run in. And I'll attach those clips at the end of this. So thanks for watching this video. There'll be more coming soon. Reviews, updates, how-tos. I want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching all the videos or who subscribed recently. Number of subscribers is now, I think about 130, and it's 16,000 views now, which is just amazing. So thank you to everyone for watching. There are going to be more. Please comment, rate or subscribe. Send me requests, complaints, or anything you've got. Questions. I'll try and reply to all of them, or if it's a request for a video, I'll try and do a video if you need to see something particular you want to see. Until then, thank you for watching this one, and I'll see you soon. Here are some clips of it running around.